Welcome back to another Biomes O Plenty video, where I'm showing off the new biomes being added by the hotly anticipated Biomes O Plenty add-on for Minecraft Bedrock. Every week in the build up to release, I'll be introducing you to more biomes, along with how they look during the day and at night, as well as what blocks are being used to make the biomes and how passive and hostile mobs spawn. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the more open plan and fieldy areas in Biomes O Plenty. Make sure you leave a like on the video, comment what you're thinking about the biomes in this add-on, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, let's keep our manners on point with a massive thank you to 4KS Studios for giving me early access to get accustomed with the add-on and see what's going on. For clarity for you guys, I'm using an early access version of this add-on, and I'm currently on a realm so that I can play it on my PS5 Pro. I am not being paid for this early access introduction series, which means I can tell you what I really think as always. But before we begin, in case you haven't seen any of the previous videos in this series, here's the important information. Biomes O Plenty is the massively popular, and just plain massive, mod available on Minecraft Java. Created by the team over at Glitchfiend, the Biomes O Plenty mod has been launched and faithfully updated for 13 years. And now, it's coming to Minecraft Bedrock. Currently scheduled for release on February 3rd, this Biomes O Plenty add-on will cost 1,340 minecoins and is expected to only take up around 10 megabytes of size. I know absolutely nothing about the Biomes O Plenty Java mod other than the fact that you guys are super excited for it to come over to Minecraft Bedrock, and the team bringing it over are 4KS Studios, working in tandem with Glitchfiend to deliver the most faithful adaptation of the original Java mod. No decision is made if it doesn't stick to the core direction of the Java mod. Thanks to 4KS Studios, I've been given early access to get a look at the Biomes O Plenty add-on and what it does, as well as how it looks. I've also been given permission to post videos of my explorations between now and release date. So, between my Dazman channel and the Dazman Reacts channel, I'm going to be releasing videos where we explore each of the different biomes coming in the Biomes O Plenty add-on. And on release date, I hope to have a fully fledged add-on reveal to give you a showcase that only I can. But before we take a look at today's biome selections, make sure you hit that like button, get ready to comment what your favorite biome is, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here while I give you a bit of detail. 4KS Studios and Glitchfiend are working together to deliver a faithful adaptation of the Java mod, with meticulous testing happening between the two teams during development. The Biomes O Plenty add-on will release with 52 overworld biomes, with another 4 still being worked on and planned to be added at a later date. This add-on intends to be purely new biomes and decorative blocks, with no fluff and no slop. Using the relatively new and official biome replacement technology, this Biomes O Plenty add-on should work well with other products that also use the same technology. Packs like Realism Craft and Better on Bedrock have been mentioned as being compatible, with others like Naturalist by Starfish Studios, Aquaculture by Metallurgy, and Crops and Farms by Some Game Studios also being integrated. And even the Tree Breaker tool in the Essentials add-on works with Biomes O Plenty trees. If other developers want their products to work with Biomes O Plenty, a new tool is available on the 4KS Studios website to help developers integrate their products with BOP. Tags and documentation is included on that page, which I'll link in the description. And if you want your favorite developers to make their products compatible, be sure to let them know just how easy it is. The Biomes O Plenty add-on will release on February 3rd, 2026 and cost 1,340 minecoins and is expected to take up 10 megabytes of size. Now, to start with in today's video, I found a little example of a field. Now, a field will overwrite a taiga. Now, just to give you a little bit more of that information, so it's using the new biome technology, which means it will replace a current vanilla biome. And 4KS Studios and the people over at Biomes O Plenty are able to set how often that happens. So when a biome is replaced, it's about 40% of the time, less than half of the time, the game will give you a new custom biome, and about 60% or just over half, it will give you the vanilla biome. So you've got some variety. It also means that biomes are going to be very similar to the vanilla biome spawning. Sometimes you can get really small biomes, sometimes you can get really big biomes, sometimes you can get broken, shattered biomes where there's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a little bit of this. Here we're in a tiny example of a field. Now, a field is going to be filled up with shrubs, which we've seen in other biomes already on the series. It's also got a lot of flowers, and it's got spruce trees around, and you can see already, look, passive mobs are spawning, so there's no gameplay issues here at all. In terms of the flowers that we're dealing with, we're going to have some purple wildflowers. We're going to also have some white lavender spawning around here. Looks like we've got little white lavender and we've got tall white lavender, so a bit of variation. We've also got some vanilla, well, that's sprouts, so that's not vanilla, but vanilla flowers like the rose bushes. There's some dandelions around, and yeah, you can see it's just kind of not necessarily an open field because we do have trees, we do have these smaller shrubs in here as well, and there is a lot of vanilla, which is great from a performance point of view and just from keeping it looking like Minecraft. But this is a small version of what a field would look like. There is another version of a field as well. I believe it's called a forested field, which we'll look at shortly. But before we do that, let's set this to midnight. Let's just see what it looks like at night. Let's see that hostile mobs can spawn and just make sure there's no real gameplay issues in here. We get through here. The flowers pop really nice at night, but this does feel very vanilla in the way it's made. They haven't changed any colors. They're using a lot of vanilla trees. The shrubs are different and the flowers give off that custom feel. And here's the hostile mobs as well. So doesn't look like we're going to be having any gameplay issues, if I can talk today, at all. It looks like it's absolutely fine. So why don't we go and see what the variant looks like with the forested field as well. And so what we've got here is another small example of the biome. So this is a forested field. This will also replace tigers. So tigers will be less prevalent, I think is the word, in a Biomes O Plenty add-on world. But they still use spruce, so maybe it won't feel too bad. And a difference here between a forested field and a plain field is that there's a lot more trees and also a lot more sprouts down here as well. But again, it does feel very vanilla. I mean, we've got the little sprinkling of purple wildflowers around, we've got the sprouts around, but this is a very true to vanilla biome here. And like I've said before, I've really got over my questions about whether or not vanilla's good. I've come to agree that I think it's good. I've been listening to you guys' feedback. I've been listening to a lot of knowledgeable people telling me how this will help in terms of performance. And you can see here, look, I'm on a realm and I'm absolutely smooth. I'm not getting any lag at all, which is great in here. And anything that gets the spruce tree, a spruce tree is a very good tree, to be fair, so that is cool. We've also got just Minecraft biome generation here, where things are bleeding in and out of each other just to help that kind of transition across. But yeah, for a forested field, it's muted, but very good for Minecraft. I think it's very good to keep it close to the game that we're playing. And then if we set it to midnight here as well, just walking through, you can see, look, the shrubs with a lot of greenery going on here. We've got the sprouts on here too. You've got a sprinkle of color with the vanilla flowers, with the custom flowers, and then you've got the tiger trees, which are always a nice shape. Not seeing any hostile mobs at the moment, although over there, yes I am, there's some zombies there as well. So I can't envision any gameplay issues occurring in this biome or in the field either. Now again, unfortunately, we're not getting good luck here with some of the biomes that we're spawning in. So this is considered a highland. Now, a highland will replace a meadow in the world, and you can see it here. It spawns at like a elevated area. It's quite a plain place, but there are boulders of mossy cobblestone around here. So again, a very muted biome, and the fact that it is so muted probably doesn't matter so much that we're in a smaller version of it. Again, Minecraft biome generation, some biomes are going to be tiny, some biomes are going to be huge, and it's all at random here. But you can see definitely got naturally generating cobblestone. We've got mossy cobblestone here as well. And yeah, again, just very vanilla. Passive mob spawning here as well. Now, one feature which I haven't been able to see here, but one feature of a highland is that apparently emerald ore should spawn here as well. Now, I don't know if we've got the opportunity to go into spectator and seeing it. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. But it is said that in the right version of a highland, emerald ore can be found. So always a nice opportunity to get more emeralds. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to show you an example of that, unfortunately. But that is a feature of this biome here as well. Shame I can't show you, unfortunately, but we've got the passive mob spawning again, so no gameplay issues there. Going to set it back into midnight, and again, not really showing much of a change. A very vanilla biome here again. And I feel like that's what we're dealing with in today's video, are very vanilla-esque biomes, but hostile mobs are spawning, so no gameplay problems there. And again, there is another variation of this, which is called a moor. So let's go and have a look at that as well. And so that variance of the highland, the moor, is here, and it does replace wind-swept forests and wind-swept hills. Now, one big difference of this biome from the highland is that there doesn't seem to be any boulders around. We've got no cobblestone, we've got no mossy cobblestone, and instead we have a lot more flowers. Now, my note says that the moor is a wetter variant of the highland. I'm not really sure why it's considered wetter. I don't really see anything here that's giving me any watery vibes at all. Not sure why it is like that, so hopefully we can get some feedback down in the comments. But we have got a lot of custom flowers in here. So we've got violets, we've got allium from the vanilla game, but a lot of violets. We've also got bushes, we've got short grass, we've more bushes here. And yeah, it's still very muted. That's this video. Very muted in my opinion. But you need muted biomes. Not everything can be brighter green and blues. So while I'm a little bit not excited by these biomes, I can understand them being here. And listen, 52, 53, however many biomes it's going to be, it's above 50 biomes at launch. They're not all going to be amazing. And again, in terms of this biome, there should be emerald ore spawning as well. Again, I can't show you that. I would raise a question on whether or not that spawning is happening, or that generation is happening. So that's one for 4KS Studios there to maybe just double check and confirm, but we haven't been able to see any examples of it. But yeah, this is what a moor would look like, and that was what a highland would look like when we went over there. And if we set it to nighttime, just to confirm the gameplay elements, do we get any hostile mobs in here? Yes, we do. There's a creeper right there as well, next to the passive mobs from daytime. Now, unfortunately, we are still at the whim of Minecraft biome generation here, but this is a tundra, and we've got a little bit of an example here. There's a little bit of another example there, and we can see how that broken Minecraft, or shattered Minecraft generation. It's not necessarily broken because it's working as intended from Minecraft, the base game, but we can see that there is still that weird biome generation that occurs. This time though, it's more by design. And so with a tundra, the tundra will overwrite a snowy plains. That means that you're more likely to see it surrounded by icy and snowy biomes as well, and also see it generating with this darker grass. Again, it's just your standard vanilla grass turned brown, which is great. We've got bits of snow around here as well. We've also got mossy cobblestone again. We've got cobblestone considered as rocks. Always nice to get some naturally generating mossy cobblestone and cobblestone around. And then as well, we've got what looks to be these smaller maple trees as well. We do have passive mobs spawning in here too. And we have got hints of orange with tundra shrubs. We've got hints of yellow with variants tundra shrubs as well. It's a nice little biome. Again, nothing too exciting, nothing too special, nothing too amazing. And again, we've been kind of messed up by Minecraft giving us just a small biome to look at. These don't spawn often, what with them being snowy plains. So just bear in mind, if you do find one, count yourself lucky. And if we head over to this side, we can see what a secondary version is down below. It's not at all a variance of it. It is just considered the same thing. Things will be popping in because I'm in a realm, not because of Biomes O Plenty, but just because I'm in a realm, and that's how, unfortunately, realms work with the generation. But yeah, we're seeing smaller trees again, passive mobs, rocks. I like the rocks. I think the rocks are a nice effect. I wish Minecraft would add a few extra rocks in some of their biomes. I like the brown. I think the brown is nice. It just makes it look a little bit less vanilla-y. I think that's a strong thing to do. Using normal vanilla green grass can be a little bit boring, a little bit underwhelming. So this browner grass is quite nice in my opinion. And then if we set it to midnight as well, just to double check, will we get hostile mobs spawning in here? In fact, that brown feels really nice. It becomes quite autumnal at night, actually. Yeah, we've got spiders spawning over there as well. So that is good to know in terms of gameplay wise. Do we have any others just to confirm? Any zombies, any creepers spawning in? Not looking like it at the moment. I've got phantoms above my head. There's a zombie. Happy to be in the video. Welcome, my friend. Let's set it back to daytime then. So remember guys, let me know what biome was your favorite in today's video. They was a lot more muted, a lot more reserved in today's video, but they're not all going to be super amazing, colorful, brilliant. You do have to have some more of those plainer, normal biomes to help the other ones glow, I feel. So I'm not necessarily disappointed, just not necessarily wowed, I guess. Please do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. Remember, I am running this series on both my main channel and the Dazman Reacts channel. We're going to have about 11 videos in total before release day, where we go through all 50 plus biomes to show them off to you so you can see how they look. And if you're fans of the Java mod, to see how accurate they are compared to that as well. So make sure you're subscribed to Dazman and Dazman Reacts as well to see the whole series. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!